Hello subs, today I'm going to be making a lucky horseshoe. It's got some really fine detail on it, so a bit dubious. This is the beastie. I copied it off a picture. Now I'm printing it. Now it's that ridge, those two ridges that go down the middle that I'm a bit concerned about. But I'm hopefully going to get some metal out of these two little units. They're those things for getting dust out of there. Both have been dropped. I had a look. Couldn't repair them. There's nothing to repair in them at all. Even the plugs haven't even got fuses in them. So they're real cheapy, nasty things. But we'll have a look, see what we can get out of it. A lot of plastic so far. There's a little USB fan in there. I can't see anything there that I want. These tiny little connectors there. A couple of inches of wire. I've got four tiniest little coils. I do drag them out, but they weren't enough to actually register on the machine. As I say, no fuse. Strip these wires anyway. It's not easy stripping wires that are not twisted. There's a little bit of weight in it. Do the file check, because you never know. Yep, that's copper. Couple of bits there. I've got some electrolytic capacitors. I'll have them off. Oh, or I'll have the whole lot out. And there's this tiny little transformer in there. More plastic than wire. But I'll open it up anyway. There you go, so fine you can just about see it. And this is what we got. Nearly all of that came from the mains cable. That's the brass bits, out the plug, and that tiny connector. And the little capacitors, which I'm saving up. I'm seeing that was rubbish. I've got this whole thing. At least it's got a nice long mains cable on it. And a decent plug with a fuse in it. What it is, it's an industrial blower. Don't know what they use them for. Blowing air. hundreds of screws, and of course they're not normal ones, but I'll have something to fit in here. Well, that lot came off, but this fan has just rusted on. So we tried a little bit of oil, and it didn't work. And behind the fan we got the motor. Basically all it is a motor. It had a switch on it, and that was it. I pulled it all apart. Let's do the file test. It'd be nice if you showed us. Oh, look at that. I'll get the lens out for you. Not that you need it, that is quite obviously aluminium. And that ain't no good to me at all. So that was the mains cable, 41. And now the other bits, and it made no difference at all. That's what was inside. I left the lid unclipped on the bucket to dry it out. It was just really wet last week. So I want to check it all out today and add another 500 grams of clay. I brought the sieve along with me, just to make sure there's no grit in there, and there was quite a bit. It's cold and it's windy. And this is a little bit dry, so add a bit of vodka, or Southern Comfort I should say. Now this is the other new one which I got, and I gave this a proper cooking at home, and it's come out nicely beaded on the outside, so I hope it's going to be okay. Sorry about sniffing there, it's really, really cold. Oh, yeah. That's the last of the piggies. Oh, peace and quiet. Well, that came out a hell of a lot better than the other one. Now I draw some holes in it, that is. Let's see what this one's like. It hasn't worked. Most of the middle bits, they just haven't come out. What I'll do, so I don't waste it, I'll just smooth it out a bit, and I can have a plain one. That's no great problem. I thought I'd cut the feeding hole so you can actually see what I do. And I use the other end of the spoon to flatten out the base. Then just firm up the sides. And I'll give it a good blowing out a little later. Right, let's get this monkey ready for casting. Oh, cup of tea time first. That looked good, and it did pop up, although you can't see it from here. Yeah, that's come out okay. Yeah, it's plain, but it looks alright. Might be able to do something with it. I'll definitely add some more water though, because that was definitely too dry. So I'll have another go. See how it turns out. Might be better. Cheers, my dears. Just top the machine up a bit. I always put too much in, but it don't matter. another good cast. That one popped up. You can just about see it. Just about. I'll heat these moulds up. They look dry, but they're absolutely covered in moisture. So a few minutes sitting on top of the furnace there dries them out a treat, because you really don't want any moisture. Fingers crossed. Perfect. Come out wonderful, really has. All those details that I was hoping for. Even parts of the screw holes. Nail holes, I should say. You don't screw horseshoes on. You nail them. And I opened this one up a little bit too early, I think. It's searingly hot. You can see my gloves smoking then. Time to pack up. Just rest them in there. They'll be a bit hot for ages. Have a quick scout around. Haven't left anything. Sky's still miserable. Tiny speck of blue. Right, let's clean these monkeys up. I'm not going to do anything on that. It's the good one. I shall work on that one. The other will just get melted down again. First thing, coarse file. I'll then follow this coarse filing with a finer file. Get rid of some of the deeper scratch marks. Then over to your standard sandpaper. I'll put the gloves on now because with these finer papers, the tiny aluminium dust gets under your nails, in your skin, and it's a nightmare to get rid of. Well, in fact, it's still under my nails. You can't shift it. That's the finest sandpaper that I've got. About 320, I think. So I'd better drill these holes out. And being the professional I am, I've got the cable right in the way. Perfect placement. Always got a lot to learn. Now it's wet and dry time. And of course a bit of car scratch remover and with a softer and there you go, one I would say lovely horseshoe. I'm really chuffed with that. And that can go onto the on the display shelf. Those keys come up nicely. Try not to knock everything over. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do.